progress, my friends. There has been a lot of progress. The hole is completely dug out, at least all the way to the ground, and now we can continue with making it look a little prettier, I guess, with a little bit of black concrete. I have already collected all of it, and we're gonna try a couple of things here. But with that, of course, welcome back to the second era of Krenia, to the second episode from me. So what I talked about was all of the concrete that I already have collected. And we do need quite a lot in this thing for the walls. Actually, a full whopping 2 double chests, which is more than 100 stacks. And it was quite painful to get all of that, for example, by getting all of the gravel in this enormous cave down here. And while trying that, I died about 6 times in a row, and well, I surprisingly didn't lose anything with that, but it was kind of nerve-wracking. Anyways, as you can see, it is fully lit up now. Well, not fully, there's actually more than enough space up here where monsters can and do spawn. But we are not trying to do that right now. We are going to make this hole a little bit more accessible. And also I have been getting a couple of villagers over here. There's a few people in here, and we're gonna zombify probably all of them at some point with a couple of zombies that are in here. But we're gonna do something else before that, and that is to test something. Because with the introduction of powder snow, there is, I guess, more or less a bug that has been, well, discovered. And as far as I know, that bug makes it so that no matter from what height you fall, you don't take fall damage if there's a powder snow block under a carpet block. So we're gonna try that out right now. I'm gonna plop that here and that there, and I'm gonna go all the way up again. And yeah, I don't have too much in my inventory, so if we do die, then that doesn't really matter. So let's try this out without hitting any corner. And this is scary, but it works. Nice. So as you might have already figured, we are going to put a lot of snow, powder snow, down in this hole on the ground, and then we can just simply jump in without anything and don't have to fear to die. But yeah, this stuff isn't that easy to collect. We need buckets, of course, to get those, and buckets of snow aren't stackable. So it takes quite a lot of space in the inventory, and this is by far not enough. I have more than 2 shulker boxes, but we need about 9. So I'm gonna have to do that very slowly but surely. But honestly, I think we can start by tearing down the wall here and replacing it with some black concrete. And that's also gonna take its time, but well, I think I'm gonna do this in the first time-lapse of this era, and I'm kinda excited to make this look a little better and be able to start making some design progress. We now officially have a black hole. It's not completely dark on the bottom yet, but that's what we're gonna do next. I need to get all of those buckets of powder snow down there. I'm gonna have to collect quite a few more, but I have a portal that leads to a biome where there is even more, and I'm gonna have to fill all of this up with a lot of powder snow and a little bit of carpet. And then we're gonna have a completely filled up black hole. Well, now that I have completely filled this in, I can take off all of my armor and just simply walk down. And honestly, I'm kind of loving this. It never gets old, it's very unusual and kind of weird to actually do it, but we are completely safe from fall damage down here. At least as long as there's powder snow below. The only problem that we have now is that the cave is basically completely covered up or closed off. At least when I will eventually remove this water column, and then we'll have to figure out another way into this beautiful cave. Also, of course, I'm gonna need to light this up, but I think we are actually gonna put this enormous thing to use today. I'm gonna try to build a little farm in here so that we don't have to worry about gunpowder for our rockets anymore. And once, ouch, that is done, I can also continue with my base on top of here. I'm gonna go to sleep and then I can show you a little more what I have planned. I have planned to put a couple of stone slabs or smooth stone slabs down in here to give this thing a kind of edge. Well, not edge, but a ledge actually, so that you know where it is. The plan is not to make a throne room where Darth Vader can throw Palpatine off. I'm actually going to make somewhat of a peaceful terrain here. A peaceful, more or less Japanese garden with a couple of blossom trees, cherry blossoms, and like a couple of water features, and also a couple of stones and bridges. And in the middle, there's gonna be the main spot that isn't gonna be very spectacular actually, but kind of calming, because this aerospace of mine is supposed to have the theme of inner peace. It's just supposed to be a peaceful, calming, and zen-like garden, which the inspiration for I have from another game called Detroit Become Human. I personally never played it, but I have watched a let's play of it, and there in that game there is a place which is basically the mind palace of one character, and it's just a similar peaceful garden, and it has a lot of water, plants, bridges and stuff like that, so that's what I want to replicate. Of course not to copy it, but the general vibe of it. Anyways, I'm gonna have to find a way how I can integrate the ideas of it that I have with what I have going on right now. So for example, how to get into our cave. But I'm gonna be able to figure out how to do that just well enough in the couple of following days, so I'm gonna try to continue with the cave project. I'm gonna light this entire thing up. Of course, the bottom is already mainly done, but the top and ceiling parts aren't as peaceful and mobless and mob-free as I want them to be, so I'm gonna have to do a little bit of that, lighting up here, and then I can start making somewhat of a monster farm. Don't know where exactly, but I guess somewhere around here. And there we have it. The cave all cleaned up, lit up, and cleared out. I did also remove all the pillars that were inside because I think even though they are quite awesome and look quite cool, they'll just get in the way. So I removed them, and now we have all of this space to work with. So I have collected a couple of things, and I should be able to build this whole thing very quickly. I'm not quite sure how quickly I'm gonna get it and how efficiently, but we're gonna see. So let me quickly 3, 2, 1 this, and here we go, there it is. As you can see, it is mostly made out of scaffolding blocks. And there are two reasons for that. First one is that monsters don't try to pathfind on those blocks. And second, because it is actually quite a lot easier to build like this. It's a lot easier to put together. As you can also tell, there is a timer on top of it, and when the timer counts a certain time, then water gets pushed out of dispensers, and that then pushes all the mobs down into this water pool down there. And that then in turn just simply pushes all the mobs into a little pit with some minecarts in there that is killing them with entity cramming. And then, because spiders aren't only 1 block wide, there are some campfires around to kill those as well. But yeah, as you can see, it works very nicely with normal mobs as well. This farm isn't as efficient as the one that I had in the last era of Krenia, but as you can see, it works just well enough. I no longer have any issues with my rockets to fly around, so yeah, I'm gonna have to connect this thing up to a storage system once I do have one. And I have thought about it a little bit. I think I have a plan as to how to build this thing. I think I'm gonna put the storage system down here around this place, so that we can just simply jump down and have all of the stuff around here, and then an entrance to the cave over on this side. I do still want it to be possible to just fly into the cave and out of it, but I'm just gonna have to look and see what I can do. But yeah, that is the monster farm, and I'm very happy that I do have one this early on already, because last time I really struggled with having rockets every single time, I think, so now this is very nice. But let's go on to the next step of this video, to the next part of it, because I am going to get some frogs. You heard me right, I will get myself some frogs, and not actually any wild ones, but rather some from Alex. I'm gonna go over to his place, we're gonna meet up, and I'm gonna simply collect a couple of tadpoles that we can take with us. And I should have probably taken a couple of buckets with me. Ah well. Anyways, I think he should be there already, so let's have a look. So, here are some frogs in here, and yeah, and they're kind of a lot to deal with. So we have a couple other ones down here, and just simply gonna breed them up like this, if they can. Apparently they're kind of slow, but yeah. Alright, we need to free at least the ones that will lay the eggs at the end, so yeah. Now a couple of them should be trying to go to the water, I guess. Maybe. I'm gonna make this into a water hole here. And there's one. And I think this one is the other one. There we go. Now we only have to wait basically exactly 5 minutes until they hatch, and then I can take 8 of those tadpoles with me.
5 minutes later.
Oh, I think they hatched, yeah. So the next ones... Okay, bucket. Beautiful. Okay, is there only 2 in there? What the heck? Oh well, if there's 6, I'll be able to work with that as well. This one should hatch in a very short time as well. Perfect. And there's even 4 in here. Okay, nice, and very nice. I don't need 2 of those. I can just simply do it like this. The patio is completely covered up again, and I have 6 nice little tadpoles. So I'm gonna go back to my base, and I'm gonna find a nice little place for them. Okay, change of plans. I do have 8 buckets of tadpole now. I did take another one, but we're not going to place them here at the moment. We are going to try to get all of the 3 variants, and then when we have those, we will make a farm to get frog lights automatically. And for that, we need a bastion with the spawners, the magma cube spawners, and they're not that common, so we'll have to find one before we continue with this. So I'm gonna put them in one chest that has the space for them. I'll have to make another one, I guess. There we go. And when the time is right and we do have the space for them, we will, make them grow up into full-on frogs. But now, let's continue with our base. We're going to talk about another project a little bit later, but I would first want to continue with this here. We are going to make a center point, a little floating island in the middle with maybe a little bridge connecting it to the other parts, maybe even two, but I'm gonna have to figure out exactly how I want this island to look. So let me try to make a shape here, and let me try to make something that we can work with. I might end up removing those border stones here, but we'll see. So yeah, let's see what we can do. Okay, I can work with that. That seems quite nice. I mean, I do have to wait for the grass to grow all over this place because I don't have silk touch yet, especially not on my shovel. So yeah, I'm gonna have to wait until this is fully grown. But so far, this floating island seems quite nice. I'm gonna put some moss on there, probably a blossom tree on here as well, some little bushes, some little stones, all of that stuff. But yeah, it is hollow on the bottom. I don't have anything on there yet, but that'll come any time after, after I've done the top of it. Also, this part here, in the center of it, is supposed to be like a meditation place. And I'm gonna be making that a little more pretty in the next episode. We're not at the end yet though. Yeah, I'm gonna work on that a little more in the next episode. I think this is a good start. But now we are going to move on, and we're gonna move on to a little mini project. Well, it's actually going to be quite the big project, but it's going to be for a mini game. And basically everybody should be familiar with this game. It's called Bed Wars, and I guess everybody knows it. Where you have bases with a bed on it, and you just have to survive and destroy the beds of other people. It's a pretty common and well-known mini game on servers that use mods or plugins to do that, but we don't have that here. I'm gonna have to do it all in survival mode with redstone and all of that stuff. So yeah, I've flown to the coordinates 0, 0 here, at least more or less. I'm still searching for the exact one, but I guess this is more or less it. Right here, yeah, this is the block 0, 0, and we're gonna go all the way up to build height, basically, and we're gonna build a little bit of a platform with all the stuff that we need. I'm not gonna do all of it in this episode, of course, but I just want to get kind of a start on it. Okay, I have 3 scaffolding left, and we're at the build height. That's pretty far up. Let's do this. Actually, this would be kind of inefficient. I'm gonna use rockets and fly up there. I'm gonna have to find a way to land up there as well, but, you know, I'm a Minecraft pro, of course, so this is gonna be easy. Actually, it's gonna be pretty hard. Oh, never mind. Because if you sneak while elytra flying, you just go straight through. Anyways, we're quite high up now, and we can see the Tiger Games base down there. Hypersonic has his base over there somewhere, I think. Alex over there. And yeah, we're gonna build something up here. I'm gonna have to actually go down quite a few blocks here as well. Maybe just so that we are at 300. Yeah, the clouds are gonna be a little annoying depending on where we build and where the bases are. I think this is a good height. Now I think I'm gonna remove the scaffolding again once I'm done, because I need it back, and also I don't really want to have this huge thing standing around there. So yeah, I'm gonna try to get down here. Okay, I can actually just go all the way down and just simply destroy it then. It's actually raining now, but we're gonna make it rain scaffolding as well. More or less at least. But it's kinda chaotic. And it does take quite a long time to get all of them down, but here we go. Anyways, I'm not gonna be building this whole Bed Wars in the following episodes, or like gradually expand on it. I'm gonna be working on this, of course, all the time, but I'm gonna put all the clips when I do work on it in one single episode at the end when it's finished. And we're gonna take care of our base in the next episode, in the episode 3. And there's a jungle temple down there. I'm gonna have a look at this, and yeah, as I said, we're gonna focus on our base a little bit and on more or less our plotline, even though I don't really want to make a story on this server, at least for me. I kind of do want to have a theme, and we're gonna be expanding on that theme. Kind of to an extent where I do have more or less of a story. Now, how does this work again? Like this? No. Okay. Yeah, now it is open. What's in here? Nothing good, actually. Whatever. So yeah, I have gotten to the end of this episode now. Up there is our floating little platform, and yeah, we're gonna be working on that in a future episode. But for now, I of course hope that you have enjoyed watching this episode. Of course, I have also put the links to all of our Krenia members and all of their first videos in the video description, and so if you want to check those out, there you go. But yeah, as you can see, our little lump in the middle of our black hole is already grown up fully with grass, because yeah, I have AFK'd here a little bit, and yeah, we're gonna be working on that in the next episode a lot. And yeah, with that, of course, as always, thank you very, very much for watching, and I hope we can see each other next one. So with that, bye bye for now, and see you then.